What I say now? Death reigns because natural men don't understand the workings of the spirit of death. Can I give this gift? All divinities, when I mention divinities, whether it is God or Satan or very powerful spirits, we don't know their names. Or there are something all divinities have in common. All divinities knows the power of secrets. Please, I would like you to listen. There are certain divinities in the heavenly places that doesn't have obvious human representative, because they don't have power to incarnate the word. I don't know whether you're hearing me. Can I tell you that secret? No, I don't think it's necessary. It's very high. Death, like all divinities, is not powerful. And the angel of death knows that the only power that can keep him among men and kill men is to hide himself from men. And then to keep the principles that kill men from the knowledge of men. Now, when this principle that kill men is taken away from the knowledge of men, death reigns sovereign. Death enthroned itself from the knowledge, from the ignorance of men. I said death from yes. Death start using tools that men provided for him to kill people. Now those tools magnify his energy falsely. It hurts God. It hurts God too much. It hurts God too much when Satan falsely magnifies his energy. Just to hurt saints. And because saints can pay. I said because saints can pay, they get baptized. They accept. They can't see. They accept. They say our fathers died. I said, if the fathers died because of ignorance, must we be ignorant? Apostle Paul said in 3 of the book of Ephesians, he said this secret was hidden but it's not revealed. Is there anything you know that your father doesn't know? Maybe that's why he said that Paul is in the grave. Is there anything you know? And then that thing you know, has he made you to function differently? The greatest power on earth, this earth where we are, is the power that makes Satan to hide things from men. That's the greatest thing he does. He must make men blind. So that is the function of the angel of death. There's some things don't you see what they have done to people? When you tell somebody you will not die, they say, carry your message and go. You say, which one you're going to die? You don't even think. Even when you're quoting classified intelligence and the sacred books, he still argue. You see, because he has been massively blinded by Satan. Very painful. It's grievous. So because you see, when his eyes became blind, he was grievously afflicted. All fallen men. Grave is a place of mockery now, where the divinity of men is mocked. where men that are supposed to function like God are thrown down into the pit of darkness, so that they can continue journeying to an unknown world. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means for someone to die? Excuse me. There's no. Please listen. There's no human being that died that's in charge of himself. No human being. So it's because journey after death cannot be predicted. So men wander around. When that auntie came to me one day, Catholic. When he came to me, it was on Tuesday like this. When he came to me, her husband appeared. Her husband appeared and said to me, say, Shepherd, and the husband was a judge. He said, Shepherd, I know the effort I made to bring my wife to you. The man was talking to me from grave. So I said, and what do you want? He said, I brought my wife for you to tell him, for you to tell her that she knows me as a big lawyer. I said, yes. He said, tell her that the light of law, that since that time I died, I have not continued journey. That I have not continued journey. So I asked him, I said, why have you not continued? He said, so many enemies are on the way. He said, and the light he had is not allowing him to win. The light he praised, the academic light. He said, tell my wife there are other lights. He said, tell him about your type of light. The type of the light of the church. He said, if he has that light, he would have traveled since. He said, tell my children to get that type of light. Why they are here? It's because you don't get it in the grave. So I told him, then he said, the second thing said, tell him to repose me. He said, tell him to give seed to the altar and then pray for me so that I can have mercy. A pastor who has wife will never come to this. That is why this revelation ended with Catholic. It didn't transfer to Anglican. Did it? Does Anglican people pray for the dead? They will never have value for it. They don't understand it. Because they don't have consecration. There is no teaching in Anglican that noses into the unknown of after death. And from Anglican to the Pentecostal down, there is no teaching there that noses into the. It's only a Catholic that try to talk about purgatory, actual things that happen about. That is why they pray for the dead. And that particular knowledge is ancient knowledge of continuous existence. You see, because there is something. The dead will keep coming back. There is something you will do for the dead. You will do for the dead. He will be empowered to appear in a very strong way. Because if you're a woman and you're married to a family, and your husband have grandfather and father, there is no way his father and grandfather will not have faith to your children. So destiny does not allow your husband to be the only contributor to the destiny of your children. It's not possible. George, do you know it like that? Only he cannot contribute now. He's only a gate. I say he's only a gate to the ancients. It's not his decision. He doesn't even see. What does he see? They are already. It's a cloud is on him. Fast period to him. 48:16 of the book of Genesis. Jacob was praying for two sons of Manasseh. He said, let my name and the name of my father and father's father be on you. That's what he's talking. Then he said, and let them multiply like the stars of heaven, like the dust of the earth. Whether he prayed it or not, the name of Abraham and Isaac will come, and they will come upon those children for influence. So how does people know when they are servicing the angel of death? I'm not going to continue with it now. Maybe I will do it in part 2 later. Then I will tell you certain gates. Like there's something I said now. Satan, no mind sink. M-I-N-D. No mind sink except if the mind lack purpose or protection. I say no mind. It's not possible. The mind must lack the purpose of protection before that mind will start sinking. The purpose of protection is the small stones that ignite your mind and keep it alive continuously. Purpose, something like little stones, but they are revelations. And then that is also the purpose that reveals secret of God to you and make you to see Satan. But they are very, very expensive. If people like it, I said if
People like it.
the more they grow, the more they get discouraged. What is called energy is hanging on something. So death, the angel of death exploits it. He explores discouragement. He explores hopelessness. He said there's no hope. When everything is available on earth. Because it's an angel of death. He functions through fear. People create it. Because the body will always be subjected to process. To either move it towards immortality or prepare it for death. There is no man that is rich that was not poor at a time. And there is nobody who is dead that was not alive at a time. What happens is what we do with transformation as quickly as possible. And do I am now? I know that grave follows every man. Coffin follows every man. If you are MAN, coffin follows every man. But there are people that coffin follow and they do nothing with it. And there are people that enter into it continuously. There are people that fellowship with it. They eat breakfast on top of it. They take lunch on top of it. When they enter our bus, they are going home. They are carrying it in their laps. No, excuse me. Don't joke with me. They overlap on coffee. Don't try to joke with me. There are some people that enter into it and come out in a while. They enter, come. And there are some people that do nothing with it. But there are very few. Now, in my next sharing, not today, I will explain what happens when you carry it in your laps. Okay, let me ask you a question. That time you wake up in the morning and you don't feel like living, what do you think that happened? You just hate yourself. You're beating drum in prayer room, but you feel like going to sleep inside the church. You feel like today you should not be working, you should go so they can go home. Now those things are discouragement. I don't want to tell you where the coffin is. I will tell you where the coffin is that time. Somebody clap your hands. That's the one. I will review so much about it. Let me share. Okay. Effort to take new nature is a practical sign that God is with you. Anytime hunger to change comes on you, it's not normal. It's not natural. It's not natural. It's inspired. It's classified. Anytime hunger to change, hunger to be new, hunger to pray cannot be natural. It can't be natural. It's inspired by the Holy Ghost. It's a sign that God is with you. The cause is that effort to take a new nature is a practical sign that God is with you. Now, if the sign is not there, you can invoke it. You can invoke it. There is something I want you to hate. Sometimes I see it among young men. I want you to hate confusion. I want you to hate wandering. I want you to hate being like something that you are not. I want you to hate where you are not, where you don't belong. Don't like where you don't belong. Don't like it. I want you to love who you are. I want you to love taking a change. A Moses, love being a God. A Jesus, love being a Christ. I want you to love the change.